I wasn't expecting to see you here, considering all that's been happening about Eorzea of late. Still, if you've a mind to assist us, we'd like to share the latest developments in Werlyt. And as luck would have it, here comes the ideal person to explain the situation.
Thanks. I'll take it from here. I'm glad to see you looking so well, Kaneko team.
Yes, it certainly has. I haven't seen you around Ralg's Reach much lately. Anyone would think you're trying to avoid me. But as much as I'd love to stand around chatting, I'm afraid I've got some serious business to discuss. Following the liberation of Turncliffe, it seems the people of Werlyt also have their hearts set on freeing themselves from the grip of the Empire. Like-minded citizens have rallied under the banner of the Werlyt Revolutionaries, and they aim to depose the Viith Legion that currently occupies the city. Their ranks include many former conscripts, and between them, they possess no small amount of combat experience. The only thing they lack is someone to lead them. After much consideration, they decided to turn to none other than Gaius Balsar. Of course, many would balk at the thought of turning to a former enemy, and many did, but desperate times call for desperate measures. His reputation as a legatus speaks for itself, and as most Alamigans will attest, he was a far more reasonable and pragmatic leader than his predecessor the Mad King Theodoric, or his successor Xanos, for that matter. But most importantly, he was the one who led the invasion of Werlyt in the first place, so who better than him to take it back? After accepting their offer, he requested the delivery of additional arms and provisions from the Alamigan resistance. We've got our hands full dealing with the Telephoroi, as do the rest of our allies in Eorzea, but we'll do what we can. While my comrades see to the preparations, I've been assigned to meet with him in person. I was wondering, could you accompany me to Turncliffe? Thanks, Kaneko time. To be perfectly honest, coming face to face with the Black Wolf is a rather daunting prospect, even if he has supposedly turned over a new leaf. But I'm sure having you there will make a world of difference. I believe you're acquainted with our escort, yes. Let him know when you're ready to get going.
Another trip to Turncliffe, is it?
It's been a long time coming, but finally, Werlyt will throw off the shackles of imperial rule.
Many of my comrades were dead against having Gaius Balsar of all people lead the charge. But as I always say, if you want a job done properly, hire a professional. After all, he's already conquered Werlyt once, so I'm certain he'll be just as successful a second time.
Ah. Gaius Balsar, I presume. I come bearing the Alamigan Resistance's official reply to your request for aid.
I see. You have my thanks.
Does this mean we can finally make our move?
With the assistance of the Alamigans, we will soon have sufficient arms at our disposal to stand a chance at victory. But lest we forget, the Viath Legion has been conserving its strength thus far, and we must be prepared for severe casualties should its full might be brought to bear.
If our lives must be the price of freedom, we will pay it willingly.
Let me be clear. We Alamigans have not forgotten that it was you who led the invasion of our homeland. The blood of our fallen loved ones is on your hands. Even so, the people of Werlyt chose you to lead the revolution, and we will honor their decision. I only hope they will not come to regret it.
As do I. Should I be found unworthy of their trust, I shall submit to their judgment, and whatever that may entail.
Forgive me, but might we return to the task at hand? First, I would like to discuss the transportation of supplies from Alam Higo. This way, if you please.
Once again, I prepare to lead an army into Werlyt. The irony is not lost on me. It is a cruel twist of fate that these people, so desperate from years of oppression, should turn to their conqueror for salvation. For most of my life, I believed that only the Empire possessed the strength and wisdom to lead mankind. That only through great sacrifice could civilization hope to thrive. And so I led the conquest of Eorzea, forcing the doctrine of Garlemald upon the ignorant and uncivilized. In every territory, I sought out those with a potential for greatness, without regard for one's birth or circumstances, that they may serve the Empire. But there are those such as Valence who see being born Garlean a virtue in itself, one above all others. To think that a monster such as him should be granted the position of legatus, and everything that entails. It makes my blood boil. Valence brings shame upon our homeland, and makes mock of the ideals it once stood for. By my hand, he shall pay for his foul crimes.
We are running out of time, Gaius. We have to go after her.
There is something I would show you, but not here. Come with me.
We were asked if we could help a lady named Avelina build a monument to Turncliffe's fallen, so I sent a few of the others to lend a hand.
Why did Ali have to keep this all a secret? We could have helped her.
You must keep this to yourself. I do not want the soldiers to think I am being distracted by personal matters. This letter was found in her room.
Dear father, I am sorry for leaving without saying goodbye, but the thought of Alphonse suffering alone is more than I can bear. For his sake, and for the freedom of Werlyt, I have decided to take matters into my own hands. I know of a way to save them, a way to end it all. I have to seize this chance before it is too late. My mind is set. Please, do not try to stop me, father. The days we spent together were the happiest of my life, and no matter what happens, nothing can take that away from me. With all my love, Ali.
She is heading for the Viath Legion's stronghold in Werlyt. I am certain of it.
Taking matters into her own hands. She must be planning to take control of one of the weapons. If so, there's no time to waste. We have to mobilize our forces and save Ali and Alphonse.
I want nothing more than to save them, but I cannot ask the Werlyt revolutionaries to risk their lives to rescue 2 Imperial soldiers. In any case, if we were to rush into battle without adequate preparation, the Viath Legion would tear our partisan army to shreds. And as capable a warrior as Kanekotine is, if she were to charge headlong into the heart of the enemy, she would be overwhelmed by sheer numbers.
But if we don't do something, Ali and Alphonse are as good as dead.
I know, Severa. And so did Ali when she wrote that letter. Returning alive was never part of her plan.
Can you hear me? I'm in Werlyt, just outside Castrum Calinum. All hells have broken loose. There was an enormous explosion, and through the smoke and flames, I saw what appeared to be another weapon. At this rate, the entire
Confound it, we have lost the signal. This must be what Ali spoke of in her letter, a way to end it all. Alphonse and the others were planning this from the beginning. To bring the weapon project to completion and use it to free Werlyt from the Empire, even at the cost of their own lives.
If the revolutionaries were to hear that a weapon has been unleashed upon the Imperial headquarters, they would see it as the perfect opportunity to strike. If it's running amok, it may not distinguish between our allies and the Imperials. A large force would draw too much attention, but the 3 of us should be able to get close enough without it noticing us.
I cannot allow it. This is my burden to bear, and I shall bear it alone. Very well. For the time being, I will have the revolutionaries stand by and await my signal. An opportunity to reclaim Werlyt may yet present itself, but we must first be allowed to meet the threat of this new weapon. Severa, that's it, ready to go, warrior.
Understood.
Once your preparations are complete, let us reconvene outside the hangar.
How wonderful it is to see you again, my dear. I was beginning to think that you weren't coming back. In my impatience, I may have vented my frustrations on that brother of yours. I do hope you'll forgive me.
Lord Valens, you mentioned before that the previous weapons were merely prototypes used to gather combat data within their cause.
Yes, very good. I see you were paying attention after all. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. The primals they absorbed and the data they accumulated will serve a singular purpose. The completion of my masterpiece, the diamond weapon. But while you and your siblings were able to retrieve the necessary data from the ruby weapon before Gaius and his lackeys arrived, Sapphire and Emerald were handed to the enemy on a silver platter. Those worthless curs failed to meet even my exceedingly low expectations.
As detailed in my report, I took it upon myself to infiltrate Gaius Balsar's band of rebels and reclaim the data.
Yes, you have done well, my dear. My engineers have already finished feeding it to the diamond weapon.
Then all that remains is for me to assume my role as its pilot, and for you to release my brother and the rest of our compatriots, as per our agreement.
Of course, of course. A handful of savages is a small price to pay for your remarkable talents. Even though the weapon project's revolutionary technology allows even an untrained pilot to fight with the skills of a veteran soldier, only the truly gifted can draw out the full potential of a synthetic ore sight. In addition to their physical attributes and combat prowess, I require unwavering loyalty before I can even consider entrusting a candidate with one of my creations. And you are everything I desire.
I am honored that you regard me so highly, Lord Valens. However, in return for my continued cooperation, I wish to propose an extra condition to our arrangement. I request that the people of Werlyt be given full imperial citizenship and the right to self-govern.
My. How very bold of you. And quite astute, at that. Yes, I could grant the people of Werlyt citizenship, if I so desired. Unfortunately, a mere legatist such as myself is in no position to simply relinquish control of imperial territory on a whim.
Come now. We both know that the weapons are but a means to an end. Your true intent is to march on the capital and claim it for yourself, correct? Once you have taken the throne, one small territory would seem a fair reward for those who played a vital role in the ascension of Emperor Valens.
Ha! He. I say, for someone so sweet and innocent, you certainly drive a hard bargain. Very well, if it's Werlyt you want, it's yours. I'll soon have no need for this stinking backwater province anyway.
And what about my brother?
Ah yes, Ulrich. Or was it Alfred? Whatever his name is, you needn't worry. I've made special arrangements for him. He'll be perfectly safe, provided you uphold your side of the agreement. Excellent. Now, let's get you aboard the diamond weapon, shall we? Ah. One step closer to my coronation.
This is the moment I've been waiting for. I know this isn't what Father would have wanted, but it's the only way. Please, forgive me. Initiating the synthetic auracite system. All sensors activated. So far, so good. Diamond weapon, code name Xanos. Commencing activation sequence.
Behold perfection itself.
Melisandre, Riken, and Rex gave their lives. That others may live without fear. NNNGH. The auracite is taking hold. I'm just glad that you didn't have to go through this, Alphonse. But you'll have to go on without me. You and Father still must work together to, I'm sorry I can't be there at your side. This is the only way.
What's that, my dear? Is something the matter?
The diamond weapon is mine. Your tyranny ends here, Valens. It's not responding.
Ha 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 ha. That insolent whelp had me worried for a moment. Bring her to me alive, even if it means damaging the machine. When I am through with her, she will beg for death.
No. I can't let it end like this. Melisandre, Riken, Rex, guide my hand. Alphonse, wherever you are, lend me your strength.
BZZZT. Combat sample, BZZZT, ready. Initiating overmind. Subject name, BZZZT.
Overmind. What is that?
This PD. It's ignoring the shutdown signal and initiating overmind. But how? I don't care how. Stop that thing before it brings down the whole castle.
Were it not for you, I suspect Gaius would have ventured into Werlyt by himself, with little more than a gunblade for protection. Thank you for persuading him to take a less rash course of action.
I was unable to save Melisandre, Rickon, and Rex, but there may yet be hope for Ali and Alphonse.
Ready to depart? I'll send for Master Garland.
We all expected another weapon to appear sooner or later, but not quite like this. According to Valdialin, after it finished laying waste to the headquarters of the Viath Legion, it took to the sky. Though this has dealt a massive blow to the Imperial forces, I am certain that Ali is on board the weapon. It must be halted before she comes to harm, and for that, I need the Go Warrior and airships to transport it. I see that one thing hasn't changed since your days as the Black Wolf, your penchant for gigantic war machina. But if this means the Go Warrior has another chance to shine, I'd be happy to oblige. Only this time, rather than having it unceremoniously towed by airships, I have a more dynamic entrance in mind.
It's good to see you again, Kaneko time.
From what I hear, we have you to thank for Avelino volunteering to help the ironworks. Since she joined the team, our work has come on leaps and bounds.
I'm just grateful for the opportunity to finally put my knowledge and skills to good use. And as far as I can tell, your target is the diamond weapon, the most powerful of them all. What's worse, its design incorporates all of the combat data and abilities of the other weapons, making it far more formidable than those you encountered before. Thankfully, we've had time to prepare for such an occasion.
Would you care to elaborate? Let me put it like this. Thanks to Avelina's tireless dedication, the Go Warrior has been reborn. But there will be time to explain more on the way. Come on, the Enterprise is waiting. but may I ask what purpose it serves? Since our objective is to rescue the pilot, we've added a means of capturing the diamond weapon. We come to save lives, not to end them, and for that reason, the warrior has been reborn. I present to you the Savior.
You're off to save Melisandre's foster siblings, Alphonse and Ali, aren't you? Please, do whatever you can to bring them back safely. While you and Gaius deal with the diamond weapon, I'll be doing my best to aid Valdialin's safe return from Werlyt. Hopefully, he's taken advantage of the chaos to make good his escape.
I'll be monitoring the situation from the Enterprise. Should things take a turn for the worse, I'll be ready to intervene. Once again, Sid and his engineers have provided precisely what we require before we even knew it ourselves. Due to the added complexity, we'll have Gaius pilot while Kaneko Time handles the various arms. Agreed. There will be little opportunity for us to grow accustomed to our roles, but even so, we must succeed at all costs.
ground won't hold.
We must reach the diamond weapon before the Imperials. In all the years since the invasion, this place has hardly changed. I was expecting to find some sign of the Viath Legion here, but it would appear the diamond weapon has already taken them out of the equation. I pray we are not too late. Ali.
Un.
Please, take her back to Turncliffe. I have some unfinished business to attend to. Now to learn what has become of Alphonse. If you have a score to settle, now is your chance. Show yourself.
Come to gloat, have you, Gaius? It's not over yet.
You certainly have an instinct for self-preservation. I would expect nothing less from the coward who sacrificed his own soldiers to further his ambitions.
How dare you speak to me of ambitions? You are the one who stood in my way at every turn. If not for your meddling, the Empire would have been mine. Mine.
Enough of your delusions of grandeur. Where is Alphonse?
Ha. He. Ah ha 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 ha. Why, He's right in front of you.
What?
Once you hear the answer, you'll kick yourself for not realizing it sooner. You see, in all of the previous models, the combat data was either incomplete or unstable in some way, making their performance in battle wildly unpredictable. But then an idea struck me.